Ready for the pour. As you can see on the left, I got 2 cavities I got to fill first. So cement's going to be a little tight, but hopefully I can use 1 bag. Maybe I'll put some dirt in there first. I got my form set up. It's 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches gives me strong enough, but not thick. So, and it's not exactly square, but I have a feeling, well, I'm going to put some stakes in. Where the stakes go? Oh, there are stakes on that, but I should probably go eat something first. 1 bag done. Turns out the sandals, the concrete sandals, are really good for packing it down. Other than over here, I got the rebar mesh in there where I want it. I'm hoping that part right there pushes out a little bit. But yeah, another bag primed and in the chute. And the mixing. I did check the level several times. It's not perfectly level, but it's pretty good. And I just put a trowel finish on there. You know, at some point you just gotta walk away. Like I could have made that a little prettier, but I didn't. So there it is. None of this is gonna be exposed per se. So this pretty much defines where I'm gonna put the steps. The steps will hang over a little bit that way, but I'm gonna leave this extra area there. You know, I can dig in things. I think the post is going to go right there. I'm going to have to dig that out, just put the stone in there. So, anywho, I'm going to reevaluate, clean my tools up, and I'll probably do some over there. I mean, I only got 6 to cut, 6 or 5, and then just get her done. Obviously, I need to let this sit. I'll probably let it sit for 2 days. Haven't even checked the weather. That was stupid. I got tarps if necessary, and we can start working on that. The fun thing is I gotta figure out how far out to put the first step, because obviously the second step's kind of bound by this, but I want it up against there, kind of, again, like I did over here. So I gotta measure and figure out what I'm gonna do there. One of the top one I won't have full depth. The bottom one I'll have full depth because it goes underneath. So it's pretty much just stacking the first course up, figure out how high it is. Now the other one, that's going to be another challenge. I got to figure out where I want these. I kind of want them to land right there at that first. I used that first groove and the tongue and groove board, which you can kind of see as tongue and grooves as my guide. Obviously, I did these differently, but then the deck does slope down for the randages. So this is a nasty little piece of work. My parents didn't need it anymore. It's an undercut saw, so you put that underneath your kitchen cabinets and you run it along. So that's a kitchen cabinet, and then you can cut the floor out. So if I ever decide to put tile and take out the wood in the kitchen, which was the original second plan, I can use that for that. So probably take out 3.5 or 4.5 bags. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.5 bags. So a half bag is, well, it is what it is, but concrete was free, but it had some holes in there. So this is, I didn't spend a lot of time trying to get concrete out of this, but this is definitely hard. So we'll just throw that out and got this done. It's pretty level. This is lower than that, so it's inherently gonna be completely level. I think I favored more the level with this side. I'll raise this side up later. So I got one more to go there. It's a pain in the ass cutting these and lifting these around and mixing mortar, but better get used to it. I got a lot more mortar to go. I've decided not to use the metal. Just gonna stick with the block. There's a couple of reasons for that, but mostly because just cost and flexibility. So I think I'm gonna spray paint this and kind of clean it up and maybe keep it or get rid of it. I'm not sure. It needs a little help, but I think it's still usable, or I'll donate it. I was moving this because eventually I gotta get over there and start putting the stones in the location. I think I'm gonna bring the stones out and power wash them in the yard, and then maybe not sandblast them, but sodium barcate, sodium. I got a powder that I think it's salt when you're done. So yeah, I'm tired. What are you eating now? You'd think I don't buy them wicked expensive. Pull back the form and poured some water on it. That helps slow down the curing. It's supposed to be hot tomorrow, but it is what it is. Getting home at 6:30 doesn't lead to doing any work. We got the internet and the phone and the Wi-Fi working, so we're gonna call it a day. I'm here to get tools. I did a handsaw and helping them modify some bookshelves. So this used to be my room from like 1971 on. My parents had a bed right here they built. Had a trundle bed, I guess, so you could pull out the other bed underneath there. I used to have a big speaker and aquarium here when I was a teenager. So that I put my books there, and always had the shelves. I actually had more closet space then than I think I do now in one singular place. For a long time I had a couch here. That was handy. And 2 big windows. That was my neighbor's house. He moved in like 2 years after we did, but I was like 3 then, so it wasn't like I was missing friendship when I was a little kid. Yeah, this was here too. So I used to hide stuff underneath here. Anything down there? Still there? That would be hilarious if there was. No, nothing down there. It's a good place to hide stuff though. Then I had a desk here. He made that as well, he being my father. Didn't have a mirror like that. Those are the old lights, I remember those. Yep, the light underneath there that would hum occasionally because she was fluorescence. So yeah, and then I had my stereo here when I was a teenager. And then I should put this back, phone outlet there. And then I had my speakers on stands. I bought Design Acoustics. It's a 3-way set, a subwoofer and then 2 satellites, I got it in 82, 83. It was pretty revolutionary then. The ceiling was more that sponge twist thing, kind of thing there. These were all blue, it wasn't white. I think my mother painted them about 10 years ago. I don't remember all these lights. These shades weren't there either. Anyhow, yeah, spent first 16 years of my life in here, so that's great. I did in college for a year or so, spend a year in here. This was my sister's room, but at that point, I don't know where she was. Off to college, I guess. She had a smaller, a little smaller closet. So there's the big tour. I'm gonna go up there and see what's I've been up here in the attic in decades. Yeah, I don't remember being this low. This has got more insulation up here. Leave that up, insulation. I used to have stuff up here, a box of stuff. It is long gone, so I can see. Yeah. Got a little bit of rain or water damage here, which I expected. Boy, this is a low roof. That is not the piece of wood you use to combine your roof angles together. No wonder. Then that goes to the bathroom. Well, this explains the noise I heard yesterday. We got the fan going on up here. this goes. Underneath there. Who knows? Well, I'm getting insulation all over me, so that's great. Those seem undersized. 2x6s? Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, let's get out of here before I itch. Oh. Internet radio, check. Speakers checked. TV checked. I don't hear any sound. Came home yesterday from my parents' new apartment, called the dorm. Full of people, but they're all the same age. They're all old, so it's like a dorm. When you're in college, you're in the same place with a whole bunch of people the same age. I got these from work. They needed to be gotten rid of, so I'm deconstructing these. This is good wood, good 2x4s. And same thing here. Probably just, I don't know what I'll do with those, but they're coming apart nicely because they're only used once, so I can't exactly ship them back. Doesn't make sense. I don't know how, but I ended up with 2 more of those. And I did go trash shopping because I got some unopened Disney DVDs thrown in the trash, and some orange high school yearbooks from before I was there, 79, 74. So those should be interesting. Unfortunately, of course, it rained, so not when I had them, but before I got them. So got them in the house drying out. But we're gonna just pop that apart and gotta put those in the basement, the attic. I'm gonna put those in the attic for kids that move in the future. And that box there is full of paper, for packing paper. So, oh, and this is the other thing I got in the trash. This is just, yeah, different grits of sanding pads. Like use this on rough steel, and then, well, anyhow, you get the idea. And different thicknesses too. Not even recycling fun. And they're just sitting, I mean, just like that. I pulled this out just to look at it. Put that back in there. So we'll put that in the basement too. Maybe it's a lifetime supply. I don't know. They're gone. They're going. I wonder if they're coming back. The good thing is I can't see them. Maybe they'll come back. It's hard to tell. I haven't been to that trail yet. Well, it's hard to say a trail when you got 1/4 of an acre, but I guess it is a trail. Oh, here's something you don't see often these days, or at least I haven't in a long time. I don't know if you can see it, but there's grasshoppers. I think they're sitting out here to cool down. There she is. Or dry off, rather. Well, hey, you're not helping. A lot of this sale, but the house is cool. Just that older, you come upstairs and nice, classic bathroom here. This has got to be the 60s. Porch, good size yard. This pepper pike. Can't buy that anymore. You got a room here, so there's a room here. Then there's a entire cedar closet. It's got nothing but cedar. And then over here, you're like, oh, it's a storage room. No, it's better. Nice view. Car's still there, that's good. I didn't see that. There's been some music players in the house. This weird built-in, and I assume that goes over the garage. No, the garage is on the other side. I don't know where that goes. Nice little room. And the definition conversion here, if you look at the floor, it's like there was something here. I don't know what. I don't know. Just, if they converted it or something. I don't know what was there. Big furnace. Archway, the little cubby hole. Put your phone in there. There's a high dish. Interesting kitchen too. So I don't know what the original style was. Oh, I do like that backsplash. You got a stove and a farmhouse sink. Then you got this area over here with the finest Scotch whiskey. And you have this nice eating area. You got a formal dining room. What else going on over there? She's getting a little anxious. We figured we'd stop. Prices a shirt. Wish I had a leash. There's a little track. And just trying to get the dog to follow it. Okay. Whoa. I can do that. Whoa. Messing. Shirt. Rescue Village is where Moxie came from, so we had to do that. Where she went to. Very eclectic sales this weekend. So I stopped at one just about a mile away and got a lead hammer and some Husky socket holders for stray sockets. These have a little ball retent, a 1/2 inch, 3/8 and a 1/4, and this hand drill. I have one some of this, but it's got a broken gear. I gave him $5 for all this. And then got this box of tools. But yeah, we'll show the other stuff here. Came out and checked these things out. So these little salt dish, sugar dish. So, but the thing that was really cool that I didn't pay for, I paid $45 for these. It's like vinegar and stuff. I just never seen any with these square kind of theme on there. These. This is, so I'm driving along and I see a bunch of boxes like that, about 16 of them stacked up. And the very first box I open up, I'm seeing fish, fossils. This, I think, was mounted to here, and these, this, and this were mounted to here. So you got like an anemone, fishes. This is the other side of the fish. I don't know what's on that one. Fish, nice fish there. Then, more fishes. This is like, I don't know what's going on there. There's a fishy there. Then this bad boy looks like a sea worm with a curly Q. And there's another part of it, so it's like, it was a good sized worm. So that's the whole worm right there. Box of, I think I counted 26. There's 10, 26 different stones of the world, so you can take that to school. This is for cleaning lint out of your dryer. I bought this for $1 for one of the sales. This CD, we paid $2. Oh, I forgot about this. I didn't really look carefully at this. These are all one peppermint oil, like essential oils. Peppermint. I think they're all peppermint. I only looked at a couple lemon oils, so all sorts of different oils. It said, ow, and they got rained on last night, so let's take these out and dry out. It was in the bag, side of the road, with these other boxes. The other boxes had like herbs and wine, like oil, and I don't know, they're infused. It looked like it was rather old. They're all labeled, so like eucalyptus powder. So that's why I was kind of surprised. I don't think they realized that there's other stuff in there beyond that. Florida Chemical Company, cold pressed. And this stuff's good for, you know, wild yam lotion, velvet antler extract, good stuff. Rub that on your manhood. I don't know what this is. Men's wild lotion. Go wild tonight. It's all wet. Okay, and then last, they had a bag sale, and I bought a $10 bag. So these are Capcons, the screws that go in there. I didn't really need those, but this is nice. A big 1/2 inch trim bit. So there's a roller here, so you can follow something and trim up to an inch, it looks like. I have no idea what this is. This slides. I don't, it's got graduations here. I think there's supposed to be a little wheel, which I think there's a little wheel in here. I think it's supposed to be for like you want to make a line down a board. But I don't understand. I don't really get it. Hope I can clean this up. Just a nice little chisel. Fits your hand nicely. A rigid pipe tap, 3/4. I don't know if I have that. Again, I just threw things in the box. A tap. More important, big tap, because I've got large taps and I didn't have that. These are just old Ford wrenches from a car. So I think this is an alternator wrench, but it's a Ford USA, blah, 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 because it goes around things. That's quite a wrench right there. Never use it, but another Ford. I can look these up and see what they are too. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit. This, maybe I can get to work, but there's an old air gauge that's got, I really like these. I have one right now. This one I kind of like more because you just press it on and hit the button. It does need some work, but it's all aluminum because that doesn't come back up the way it should. This, because it's damn cute. And it's a gorgeous name brand. Pencils, Standard Oil. So those are old. Compression checker, again, just threw it in the box. Oh, that had a $6 sign on it. This is, you put this where the spark hole is and see how much compression the engine makes. This is just some trim, edge trim for like plywood. Brick chisel, ironically, because I'll be doing bricks tomorrow. This is a solenoid for a starter for an older car. I have an older car. I don't know if this one works. I think it's a name brand one. It's got a good hefty weight. So basically you apply voltage here, then it shorts these two and sends voltage to the starter. Then this little guy, this goes on a ruler, and it's a little rusty, but it is a famous brand, Enhance. Yeah, it's an Ellis Sterrett. So it's number 111. It'll clean right up. Just screws. So yeah, very eclectic set of tools. I don't have a lead hammer. You guys can, oh, copper hammer. Sorry, I thought that was lead. It's copper. Genius. There we go. So, high-end crystalware for eating. Million-year-old fossils. Rocks for Joe. Lint brush. Whisk, just like the whisk. Old hand tools. Essential oils for my lifetime. Fasteners, you know, just your weird thing. Plus I bought the t-shirt, which is $35, so $35. I guess I spent $80. Wow, that's probably why I don't have any money. $85, but weird.